In light of the NFL's failure to do so, we've decided to plan ahead by a whole month and take our first glance at the Week 1 FanDuel price list. And with prices already locked in, you can use these recommendations as a starting point on what to watch for in the preseason. At least the third preseason game anyway, without fear of any good or bad performances affecting player value. Who are we kidding? I'm just ready to discuss actual matchups while scratching the growing itch for football after the Hall of Fame game charade. So let's do it. I'm Arkush, fantasy writer at Pro Football Weekly, here today to offer my favorite Week 1 FanDuel purchases. QB Matt Ryan versus the Buccaneers, 7,600. Ryan checks in at number 13 on the price list despite opening against a defense that permitted passers to complete 70% and rack up a 102.5 rating last season. I fully expect the Bucs D to be improved under Mike Smith with Brent Grimes, Robert Ayers, and Vernon Hargreaves on board, but I don't expect it to happen as quickly as the revival of Ryan and the Falcons offense. Running back Ezekiel Elliott versus the Giants, 7,900. The Cowboys are being smart with Zeke's tender hamstring now so they can cut him loose versus rival Big Blue's largely revamped defense. Here's the thing about those Giant renovations. They largely ignored the second level, where Elliott is poised to do damage behind his stud offensive line. I'm warming on Dez Bryant and his healing foot, which only strengthens Elliott's value. I think the fourth overall pick goes off early. Elliott too obvious? Too pricey? I also love Ryan Matthews at 6,100 versus Cleveland's league worst run defense, which could struggle to field a unit without stalwarts Carlos Dansby and Desmond Bryant in Week 1. Matthews, like a tight end we'll mention in a minute, needs to be in lineups when he's healthy. After sitting and watching with an offseason ankle injury, we have to assume he will be, at least in Week 1. I'm intrigued by his fit in Doug Peterson's system. Wide receiver Tyler Lockett versus Miami, 6,200. Lock it in, folks. You'll be hearing that frequently from me this year, so why wouldn't I start with this bargain price against imminently torchable Byron Maxwell facing his former team? No way he has the speed and quickness to hang with Lockett. No way Pete Carroll doesn't know this, and no way I'm missing out on plenty of Lockett shares this season. Tight end Jordan Reed versus Pittsburgh, 7,400. One chalk pick out of 4 is fair, right? After all, it's not a Gronk spike, and I just can't resist Reed here, as he'll undoubtedly exploit the Steelers' still bad pass defense and give speedy linebacker Ryan Shazier all he can handle. Reed's elite production over his past 5 games, averages of 7.6 catches, 99.6 yards, and 1.2 touchdowns. Health is his only deterrent, so the more you get him out here early, the better. But because it is a bit chalky, any other Boardwalk Empire fans? Here's a bonus tight end, Dwayne Allen, only $5,500, and who knows what's going on with the Lions' best coverage linebacker, DeAndre Levy, who hasn't made his way off the pup after playing only 18 snaps a season ago. Detroit's strong safety situation is equally mysterious, kind of like Allen's usage last year. But I've always loved the player, and with Coby Fleener and Pep Hamilton gone, I think this is the year we all fall in love with Allen, the fantasy asset. And there you have it, folks. We'll do this every week in the football season, so if these don't hit, don't worry, plenty more darts will soon fly. What do you think of today's game plan? Let us know in the comments and by liking and sharing. So thrilled you joined us today. For Pro Football Weekly, I'm Arkush, back soon with more fantasy football for thought.